guess one of the fastest rising stars in the game. After 3 standout years at Arizona State, he led the Florida Gators in receiving touchdowns. In 2022, led the team in receiving yards for the last 2 years as well. He was also an SEC Academic Honor Roll selection in 2023. Ricky Pearsall, a.k.a. Slick Rick, welcome to the program.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate having. Now, I've heard it both ways, Pearsall and Pearsall. You can't do this to me. I got to know how you want me to say your name in the NFL when you're racking up these highlights on the field.
Everybody kind of butchers it, but it's Pearsall. That's how you pronounce it.
Pearsall, so I had it right. Okay.
Yeah, you got it. I was impressed.
Yeah, I'm very excited for you. I'm impressed by everything. Now, does Slick Rick come from your moves on the field or off? Because the boy can dance. Oh.
How did you get this video? That's what I'm wondering. But yeah, that nickname started when I was young. My friends called me that through high school, middle school, and then it just stuck. So it stuck when I got to Florida after this.
I love it. Okay, so, it's an exciting week. It's an exciting long journey. Let's talk about these moves on the field. You're quick. You're very quick. You can turn on a dime. Your route running's turning heads left and right. What is your favorite route to run?
That's a tough question. I like running all the routes because all the routes set each other up. So a lot of people like to run go balls. I think I like to run slot fades. It's whatever. I like running routes. I like to say in the fourth quarter when everything, comes together and you set guys up. So I'll say that.
I love that. Now, you tested off the charts at the Combine. Congrats to you. 4.41 40-yard dash. I told you guys he was quick. 42-inch vert, 10-foot, 9-inch broad. Your performance surprised people. What else do you think is sort of like flying under the radar about your game?
I think my knowledge of the game, it's hard to measure that. Obviously, it's a little bit better during these interview processes when you're talking to these different teams and coaches. They kind of get a little bit of a better grasp from you. But I've been through a bunch of different playbooks. I've been through 5 different position coaches and 4 different OCs through my college career. So I've learned a lot of different playbooks. So I feel like I can pick something up like that really fast when I get to a team. And, I'm really excelling at that kind of
Ricky, I like that you said after your performance and people were surprised, you said it might be a surprise to them. It wasn't a surprise to me.
Oh, well, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
That was a very Slick Rick response. I like that. Okay, any team, I want to talk about this one-handed catch, right? This year against Charlotte that went viral. Do we have that? I think we have it. But that's just sort of like just a little something I found kind of interesting. PFF crunched the numbers, and your drop rate at Florida was 2.8%. Like, that's good enough to be fourth best drop rate among draft-eligible Power 5 receivers. That's amazing. What is behind you being so sure-handed, even through contact?
Mm-hmm. I feel like ever since I was young, I was naturally good at catching the ball just because I've been playing football my entire life. My dad played college ball. I think it just runs in the blood at that point. But obviously the work I put into leading up to that, catching jugs each and every day and getting with the quarterbacks. So I think that's what it comes down to.
You met Tomlin at the Senior Bowl.
I did.
I see. You had a top 30 visit in March with the Steelers. Arthur Smith,
Yes,
Mike Tomlin in one room. Was it a serious meeting? Was it jokey? What was that vibe?
It was very laid back. It was definitely a change from my other 30 visits. So, it was refreshing to see coaches like that. But they're both really good dudes, but really good coaches, and I'd be really excited to be able to play with them. What
were they most impressed with about your game?
I think they pointed out my age at one point, saying that I'm an experienced player, and they like that about me. A lot of things that come up, with the age thing is like a negative thing, but they took it as a positive thing, which I really thought was really cool. And, just how skilled of a player I am, top to bottom, when it comes to route running, understanding the game. And so that's what they're impressed with.
I'm impressed with your versatility. If we could talk about that for a second. You return kicks at ASU, return punts at Florida. You've thrown a touchdown pass, I believe, and you had 5 rushing touchdowns. Let's just have everybody understand how versatile you can be in your college career, but hopefully it translates that. Which role outside of receiver do you think you would thrive in the most on the NFL level?
Wherever they need me, to be honest. I can also return kicks too. So I can be a kick returner, punt returner. I'm versatile in that standpoint too, outside, inside receiver. And like you said, I can rush the ball too. So whatever that means, doing jet sweeps, reverses, all that.
Brandon Ayuk, by the way, was also on the 2019 Sun Devil squad, of course. We're going to talk ASU and Jayden and all that in a second. Has he given you any advice pre-draft? Do you know Brandon?
Yes, I do know Brandon. He was actually here in Arizona again recently, so I hit him up get a few workouts in. But they're just kind of amping up their stuff because they just got done with their off season. So
yeah, did he give you any advice? What do y'all talk about?
all kinds of things. Obviously, just introducing me to like the business side about football, what to expect, how to handle yourself like a pro, to be honest, because he's doing it at a high level. He's having a lot of success at it. So as much information I can get from him and as many questions I can ask him and he can answer for me is, that much better. So just staying in contact with a guy like him who's doing it at a high level, I think is going to be very beneficial for me.
I hope he stays in San Francisco.
For sure. And hopefully I can get his jersey when we play against each other.
I'd love that. Now, you and Jayden Daniels, very quickly, you were both freshmen at ASU back in 2019. You both found new homes, great success in the SEC in your final 2 years in school. Is there anything you saw in him early in his career that showed you this is going to be a Heisman winner and a good NFL quarterback?
Oh, for sure. We were the same class, so we came in together, and just seeing the strides that he made his freshman year was really impressive, especially for being so young. None of the lights got bright for him, to be honest. So I think that's what stood out most to all the guys in the locker room was just his poise, being out there on that stage and performing. I
can't wait to see where you go. Ricky Pearsall coming to an NFL stadium near you. Nice to meet you, Slick Rick, and good
nice
luck.
to meet you. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you. Good luck. Have fun. Enjoy it. It's almost over. Finally.
Oh, yes. Can't wait.